If I go out on the street, we can always have people come in here and complain about what we can do better. Things can always do better. But I think that Mr. Traxton explained it. What Handicab has asked for, has said in their application, not that existing needs can't be met, but that they can be met better. And that's not what they need to prove in order to be granted new certificates.
I believe we've established that there's a problem in our community, and we are here asking you to help us alleviate that. The companies that provide transportation now simply don't understand and have not provided the services the disabled need.
I think there are areas that every one of these companies can improve on. I think with 62 or 4 or however many handicaps out there, that something can be done to better train the drivers, to encourage them to be more receptive and more respectful of the handicap, to give the cab companies a better reputation in the city and in the area, which obviously, based on the comments of the people here today, that's not the case.
I was born and raised here. I have seen this town grow way past what I ever dreamed it would. However, transportation for the handicapped and people who don't drive has not kept up with the growth. The handicap system is very lacking. I think the handicap is very necessary. I ride paratransit as a general rule. I haven't been able to drive for over 10 years. And I have had occasion to call the taxi. And although the few taxis that I have ridden in did have the ability to secure my wheelchair, the reliability and dependability, as many have commented, it just isn't there. And with the handicap, I'm really looking forward to having something that I can depend on to get around. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no doubt that the testimony of people coming forward and public comment over the last couple of months is compelling. Of individuals who are with special needs and have had experiences perhaps with taxi cabs in the past, or heard from friends that they've had bad experience in the past, and maybe for that reason haven't reached out to try talking with taxi cab companies who presently provide handicap services. But despite the compelling testimony of the individuals who've taken the time to come out here and talk to us and let us know what complaints they have, Handicap is asking for 40 new permanent unrestricted taxi cab medallions. That means that they're not just solely going to cater or respond to handicap calls. And so what I see my job as a member of this board being is addressing that question. Is there any evidence actually, any factual evidence presented that the present situation requires 40 new permanent unrestricted taxi cab medallions? And I haven't seen them. I have heard and I have felt the compelling testimony presented, and I don't take that with a grain of salt. It goes with me to my work where I have to go after this, and it goes with me for the next few days after I've listened to it. But the question before us today is 40 new permanent unrestricted taxi cab medallions. Is there factual evidence to indicate that is necessary at this point in time in the County? And I don't see that. I don't see any factual evidence, and maybe you guys have heard something or I missed something that factually and evidence at all indicating that there's 40, that we need for 40 new unrestricted permanent medallions.
I'm a filmmaker and a musician, And about the past 7 or 8 months, I have been following this story and witnessing it firsthand of the lack of pretty much respect that not just people with disabilities, but people in the outlying areas receive from these cab companies.
I was here in your community, and I'm not going to repeat myself.
I just wanted to let you know that, you know, filing complaints and having them resolved is not a very easy task, especially if you don't know. I think most people call the taxicab company and complain because they don't know about you. There's not a lot of information about the Taxicab Authority and what they do and how they enforce laws.
You guys might get a little bit of a deflated complaint number, because most people, if they're going to complain, they might take it to the company and say, well, this is the driver's fault. I'm going to tell their supervisor. So the Taxicab Authority might not be receiving all these complaints. And if that's the case, then are there records of these complaints from these other companies that are fighting this new company that wants to come in and say, we'll service these people, we'll service the community. There's a need for it, there's an obvious need for it from what I've seen.
I'm Senior Administrator for the University of Nevada School of Medicine. I was sitting at my desk, I just opened the Challenger newspaper and I saw this meeting, and it was at 9 o'clock, and I said I had to come over because I have witnessed firsthand patients who come to the doctor who are late because of their transportation, and it's been too late for the doctor to see them. I've witnessed that many times, and it's just heartbreaking because when you're handicapped and when you're ill, you know, it's hard enough to get yourself to the doctor, let alone get there late and then the doctor can't see you. And I've witnessed patients after they've seen a doctor wait hours and hours for transportation to come pick them up, and my heart breaks for them. So when I read this, I thought it was really a fabulous idea. There's nothing better in your day than to have someone sensitive to your needs and a kind word and treat you kindly, and you remember that your whole day. So I think it's really important to have a handicap where the drivers are trained and used to working with the handicap.
I would hope that you would all get the message that we're sending you as well, that improvement can be made and we hope to find it.
And on to agenda item number 6. I'll go ahead and make a motion to grant Whittlesey's motion for summary judgment on the grounds that there is no genuine issue of material fact outstanding. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. And the motion passes unanimously.
Should not be penalized if you're handicapped and say, yes, I'm so desperate for service, I'll pay $3 more. That's just not right, and that should not be dealt with by the Taxicab Authority. And the drivers should be trained more in sensitivity. I think, obviously, the comments are really good, but there are some extremely rude, non-sensitive people out there that are driving cabs and representing the taxicab industry to the public. Not just the local people. I mean, I've been at the airport and I've personally seen drivers sit in their car while a tourist is coming in with luggage on a walker, and they don't make any attempt whatsoever. Now, this is somebody that may have been trained, but he needs a little work on his training.